No, it's churning still.
It's still churning. Uh,
Usually it doesn't take this long at all.
maybe we're getting an error. Let's
It's
see.
not getting any errors
Oh
yet.
no, it says live on my. I see it on my little thing. So.
Let's say it just did something on one of my machines.
But it's live.
I guess it's live. All right. See, now it's funny. I'm getting a weird error message.
Really?
Now it's no error message, so I guess it's live. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing.
Well,
It's Friday afternoon, folks. You know what this is.
what is it?
I don't know. I was hoping you know, but anyway. Who are you again?
Yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy John, the bold one, the cold one. Ah, it's so good.
But it's better because I'm Brent Leary. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, folks.
You're so lucky.
I am just so excited. I got this ridiculously bright orange shirt. I think this is the brightest orange shirt I've ever had in my life. Compliments of the folks at Creatio. And I wanted to see if it would match my Rams hat, but this shirt is way brighter than my orange Rams hat. This is
you look like a crossing guard.
That's all right. I'm a crossing guard because I help people cross over to the weekend.
Wow.
How's that?
Wow, you're quick.
I'm good, ain't I?
You're quick.
I ain't bad. I ain't too bad. And we hope you aren't too bad out there listening to us.
What's up, guys? Y'all
Friday.
Y'all need to come in this room. Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in.
Because I'm a happy camper today.
Why? Why are you a happy camper?
Oh, I have 34 reasons.
Well, enjoy your happiness. Also,
okay.
I don't know exactly what what it actually means in the long run, but
nothing. But today I get to laugh and cheer and jeer. So, just for today, can I get a day?
Apparently, you're gonna take a day.
I'm gonna take my day. Thank you very much.
What do you got there?
My God.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking. You will not believe it. I'm drinking my new favorite drink. It is Summit Cola.
What the hell is Summit Cola? Is that like what was that what was that fake cola back in RC Cola or something like that? Is that like that kind of thing?
It's actually what's the name of that? Darn, I just lost it. You know, the place where you have to put a quarter in to get a shopping cart.
What, the market?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You got to put a quarter in to get a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Where the hell you be shopping?
Aldi.
See, I've never been there before.
Oh, you've never been to Aldi?
And I definitely won't be going if you got to put a quarter in just to get a cart to shop.
Well, that's their thing. You put a quarter in, and then when you bring the cart back, you get your quarter back. So it keeps them from having to get
people stealing carts or something.
No, it keeps the people from leaving them in the parking lot.
Well, that's kind of smart.
It is smart. It's very smart. So, but you always got to have a quarter in your car when you go to the market, or you won't be able to get a cart. But I have found out that if you don't have a quarter and you go inside, they will give you a quarter.
So you can net out a quarter, or do they?
Yes, exactly.
Charge it to your bill. So
yeah, they'll give you a quarter so you can borrow a cart. But anyway, that's their brand cola, and I actually like it a lot. So
that fake brand name cola,
it's a fake brand name cola.
How much does it cost? Like a nickel?
It's $3 a 12-pack.
A 12-pack.
Wow. You can't beat that.
Anybody out there? What's it called again?
Summit Cola.
Let anybody out there
ever drink Summit Cola,
an aficionado of Summit Cola.
I don't know what made me try. I was like, let me try this thing one day. And then I did. And I'm like, you know what? Why am I paying all that money for brown water?
For the brand. You're paying for the brand.
Not anymore.
But you like the people to pay you for the brand, don't you?
Well, but the thing is, there's only one of me.
Oh God, yeah. Thank the Lord, there's only one of him.
Yeah, that's the you should. I do.
Thank
I
our
do
lucky
thank him.
stars. I
You
do
know,
too.
because
One would take two of him.
it's the uniqueness of me
Eh,
that is so desirable. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
desirable,
I get it.
demonstrable,
Anyway,
terrible. You pick an adjective, folks.
what a crazy week, though. I mean, seriously.
Well, you've been tracking all the Gen AI stuff, so why don't you give us a recap of
Oh my
the stuff
God,
that's
there's
going on?
just so much crazy going on. You have you heard the crazy stuff going on, bro?
Look, I'm waiting for you to tell us that.
So you remember, Sam Altman got fired back in the end of last year, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you know that part. So anyway, one of the because after he came back, they disbanded the what do you call
What
them people?
in the wait?
The board.
We gotta
Oh,
we
oh my
gotta address we gotta address this. First of all, it's always a pleasure. Well, I should say it's
oh my
usually a
God.
pleasure seeing the one and only Ramon Ray. The
What's up,
cutest
Ramon?
guys in First of all, I'm not even in e-commerce.
He's not even in that league. So,
I didn't say league. I just said I'm not in that particular field.
oh, that's true. You're not.
Yeah. So, Ramon, it's always or mostly a pleasure, but we got to check you sometimes.
Uh,
We got to check him sometime. We'll be
you gotta
checking him
check
next week, actually, at the Zoholics too at Austin,
Yeah, you
Texas.
gonna be there this time, Mr. Ramon? Because he wasn't there
Oh,
last.
he wasn't there last year.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Was it last year?
He must have been out making some money doing something.
Yeah, he wasn't there. Or he
No,
wasn't there.
it's so nice, so nice. But anyway, let us know if you're going to be at Zoholics.
Yeah, will you be at Zoholics?
We
I
would
think
love
he
to.
was at Zoholics. He wasn't at the
Zoho Day. He wasn't at
Zoho
Zoho
Day.
Day. I don't think he was
Yeah,
at Zoho Day.
yeah.
That feels like it was so long ago.
Zoho Day?
It feels like it was years ago, and it was literally like 3 months.
Really? 3 months?
It was
Yeah,
February.
it feels, yeah. Really? It was this year. Okay, that freaks me out. Yeah, that does freak me out a little bit.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah, he was at an event, but he will be in the house for Zoholic.
Oh, okay, good. Can't wait to hang out.
We will see you there.
Yes.
That's like 3 of the 4 original Kings of Tech, right?
Each time, man. Each time. We can only get 3 of us in the room.
What
at
happens
any
if we
given
get
time.
4? I don't know.
I don't know. That's all right.
It hasn't happened since
People
that.
don't know. That's old school. Y'all
That is
folks don't know about all that.
seriously old school.
Now, matter of fact, bro, I'm cleaning out my basement. I'm actually cleaning out like my entire house. My daughter finally moved out.
Really?
Yes.
Got rid of her, huh?
Finally got rid of her. Right? So she got her own place, and we just have been like on a house cleaning binge. So we ended up, I got a dumpster put out in the garage there, out in front of the garage, and we just demolished the above ground pool.
What?
Yeah, man, 18 years. 18 years. It's been a long time. It got a hole, and I was, either you get a new liner. You're supposed to get a new liner like probably 5 years ago, but it kept lasting. And I called to get how much it costs to get a new liner. I could get another pool.
Damn.
I'm like, you know what? Forget it. It's time for it to go. Anyway, so
you
all
got a
that.
new pool. Getting a new pool?
No, I'm not getting a new pool. I'm not. We got the pool for the kid. Now the kid's gone. I don't
How
know.
old is the kid, by the way? I'm just curious.
Okay, she's not a kid. Grown ass woman.
Yeah. Isn't she like a teacher? Did she teach
Yeah,
kids?
she teaches in Atlanta public school system.
So she's teaching kids right there.
She does. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy when I think about it. But at any rate, so I had to get a big old dumpster put out here. And since we were going to have it, we're like, let's clean all these parts of, how you get, and you don't realize how much stuff you accumulate until you start really going through it.
Trying to get rid of some of it.
Man, so anyway, the point was I'm in there doing that, and I find all of the signage for Ice Retailer.
What year was that?
Like 2013.
11 years ago.
Yes.
Dang.
So that Ramon reminds me of when y'all were here for that show and we took the picture. That was the beginning.
No, that was
Uh,
not. That
it was
was not.
close. It was close.
It was actually at my event in 2012. But
Nah, we ain't.
yeah,
Nah,
because all four of us were there, and we had.
we were.
Yeah, that's right. And remember, even
Wow.
your kind of assistant at the time, I forget her name, um,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
but she kind of made sure we did a little video thing.
Yeah.
Remember? A
Wow.
little like a reel, like a clip. That was 2012.
2012. Yep. And
And
then
then I forget what year we
2013.
went to South by
I
Southwest.
think that might have been the same year or the following
2013?
year, or it could
Probably
have been 20.
2013.
Yeah, could have been. Could have been. So there you
Wow.
go.
That is a long time ago.
So that's a long time, Ramon.
It
But
really
since
is.
that time, we've never all four been in a room together. I don't think.
Yeah, it might be. Wait a minute. Weren't we all didn't maybe we weren't all at the same time, but it seems like the the Zoho day right before the pandemic
I
when they had
remember.
it in Austin at some resort.
I
And I
remember
remember Troy
made it
came there,
in,
but
but
I don't know if we were all
I think
there at
Ramon left before Troy
that,
got there.
that might be it because I don't remember a
Because
picture
all
of all
four of
four
us
of us
would have.
back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, gosh,
Memories.
long times. Long times.
Yes. Anyway, get back to Sammy
So
Altman.
Sam Altman got fired back in November of 2023 for about a week. Then he came back. When he came back, he fired the board, right? So this week on a TED Talk, one of the board members that was fired started talking now about
Yeah, I saw that.
why. You saw that?
Yep. And by the way, say hello to Patricia.
Oh my God. I sent swag for your ice event. Thank you, Patricia. Hey.
Man, she's a long time ice.
Wow, that's the right. She sent some swag for the bag.
Yeah, but did you
That's
ever
so
send
cool.
anything back to her? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I could find, you could have one of the posters from there.
Patricia, let us know if he treated you right after you sent all that swag.
I, of course.
I'm not sure. I need to hear from Patricia.
I'm sure. Stop.
I don't know. Patricia, let us know. Did he treat you right? Or did he just, ignore thanks for the stuff and then you never heard from him
Oh
again?
my gosh.
I've
What?
heard a lot of stories like that before. So,
Of course, you've never heard.
Oh, what silicone bracelets?
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, okay, Trish. Now I get it. Okay, Patricia, Trish, and okay, yes. So you remember back in the day they used to have those rubber bracelets, the silicon bracelets,
Oh,
and it
okay.
said ice retailer on it, and I probably or a color ice or something like that. Yes, yes. That was part of the swag bag.
She made that possible.
Yeah,
That was very nice of you.
or something. I don't know.
And he clearly he had forgotten all about that. I'm just
12 years.
Patricia hadn't forgotten. You're like, who is she? What's she do
You
again?
are wrong, wrong, wrong.
All right.
So
Getting back.
anyway, they said that so the deal is she said as a board member he didn't tell them that they were releasing
Mhm.
chat gpt back in November 2022 now.
Which is the whole jump off point for everything that's happened since
Right,
then.
but I mean, it sounds very sensational. However, if
However,
if you actually look at the number of people that were on the board, half of the board members were the people that released it. So it wasn't just Sam. Two other people were part of OpenAI too that were working on ChatGPT and they released it. And who was going to know that ChatGPT was going to blow up and have, a million users in a week?
no, but what the thing that stood out to me
Which
is what
was
she said is, the whole uh origin story for this was about also being responsible and in being able to release things that met certain uh
safety.
yeah, safety and responsibility
Yeah, certainly.
aspects.
That's
And he
been
didn't
blown
want to
up.
do. He didn't want to live up to that. He
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
just
been
push it
blown
out.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that happens this week, right? See, I wrote inside her book. How
Oh,
about
so
that?
that's nice. So he signed his name.
But I sent her a book and thanked her.
How much did that cost you to send a book? Like $2?
It was at
He
least
really went all out there,
it was at
folks.
least $8.95 plus shipping.
8.5. Oh my God, it's 8.95. That was very nice of you.
You're stupid.
Okay. So get
So
back to the story. This is good. This is really good.
so that happens, and
Yeah.
then the head of alignment at OpenAI, and alignment is basically the people that are responsible for supposedly aligning the needs of humans with the machine, right? So it gives the machine the initiatives to be in alignment with human desires, and it's like, don't kill us, right? So he quits,
Mm.
right? He quits this week. Then 2 days ago, I think it was maybe 3 days ago, there's an announcement that, hey, we at OpenAI have uh, assembled a safety and security board uh, at OpenAI. And then you look at the names of the people that are on the board, and Sam's on the board. So I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
How
By
does
the
that
way,
work?
we got to say
So,
hello to cousin Gar is in the house, and look, your name is showing up,
hey, Gar,
and his
and his
picture is
picture.
showing up. All
Yes,
right,
he's
we missed
official.
that. Yeah, we
He's a
missed that
fish
for like
cat.
months.
I wonder if that's new,
No,
because
I
I've
think it's
noticed this. Ramon and Patricia and Gar are all.
well, I think it's all goes back to you're sharing it. Your initial share is to
Oh,
your Facebook profile versus the group.
oh,
Remember the group? You couldn't really see anybody's.
from the groups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but now it's showing up on your Facebook profile page.
it
Now we're
automatically
seeing
gives us.
everybody back.
Oh, we should have been doing this a long time ago. Shoot,
Wait,
I love it. I love it. Well, welcome, welcome.
welcome,
So,
welcome.
any rate, there we are, man. This whole
What about
thing.
Gemini? I mean, wasn't there
Oh my
Gemini?
god.
Okay, come on.
Oh my God. Then Gemini. So here's the deal. I posted what there's been posts all over the internet of these crazy responses people were getting to questions in Gemini, right? So I can't. Can I say that? Can I say the P word on yeah, I can say it. Okay. It's a political word. But it was like, can a roach live in your penis? And it says, it came back and said, yes, that's very normal.
Mm. I mean,
So
haven't they?
somebody,
You would think they would have learned this. Don't release stuff until you're really sure this ain't gonna happen again.
you can't be sure. You
But
can't
this
be,
happens
I
so
know,
quickly after they release it. It
I
just
know,
doesn't feel like they're doing enough, at least attempting to do enough before they release this stuff
I
out into the
know,
wild. I mean, it's
I know.
stupid.
It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But I mean, they came. Did you see their response yesterday?
No, I didn't see
So
that.
yes, they put out an official response saying a lot of those posts were fake. That's what they said. They said a lot of those posts were fake. But
Okay.
they did say that there were some instances where people were querying the, database, and in absence of data, it was quoting things that would come from satirical websites, which I can see. I
Uh,
can see that
yeah,
happening.
they better get with the RAG program
They
real
need to
quick.
get seriously with it.
This
But
is
I mean, the deal
ridiculous.
is you can test all this stuff, but when you leave it out to the hundreds of millions of people, you never know what people are going to do to jailbreak it.
Well, a lot of there's a certain percentage that's their main purpose is to
Exactly.
break it.
I mean, who's going to actually type that into Google?
Yeah, I mean,
Except they wanted to get a response. So I
yeah,
was like, yeah, it's definitely set up, but still, it's hilarious and it looks really bad publicity wise
all they
when
have to say
people are
is
getting that.
I'm sorry, we can't answer that question. That's the default to this crazy stuff.
But see, that's not, that's again, that's not what when you were talking about alignment, the alignment is to make people satisfied and happy. So it's automatically going to give you an answer.
But the thing
It
is,
never says I don't know.
that's why enterprises are building their own stuff.
But
And
their stuff is not going to say it right either.
see, they know that their stuff is catered to a particular industry or vertical,
But
and
it's really not.
they don't want the crazy stuff that happens with this general stuff to even come close to what they are able
But
to
they,
output.
but that's the problem. They can't.
They don't want it. No, it's not a problem. That's what
I
they
know
don't want.
none of them want that.
When you do these general LLMs, you're very, as we have seen over and over again, much more opportunity for this stuff to happen. Enterprises can't take the risk of that stuff happening. So that's why they are trying to figure out ways, and they're using retrieval augmented generation and things that try to make sure as much as possible they limit hallucinations and confabulations
But
and
they
any
won't.
other stuff.
It won't.
But I'm
What they
saying that
what they have to do is that they have to have something in between to
that's
weed
what they're
out.
building.
Yeah, they got to pull.
Like
That's what they got
Salesforce
to do.
calls it their Einstein trust layer. So
Yeah,
they're doing, and they have their own like industry language models, and it goes from LLMs to kind of domain language models to small middle language models, that's small and then narrow. The main thing that these enterprises are trying to do is limit as much as possible as that kind of stuff, and that's
right.
why the things that go on with the LLMs, the general, you will never see that kind of
Don't
stuff.
say never. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Don't say
say
never.
the
They
chances
they
are,
they
because
reduced it.
because they are actually working on it, as opposed to what's going out here with Sammy. Let's just throw it out here. We're not really worried about the responsible stuff, because if they're really worried about responsible stuff, that stuff wouldn't be happening as easily and as frequently as it has been.
I think it's part of the race to being first.
They want to
That's
stay. They want to
become
maintain
way
their
more part. The money.
yeah.
The
They want to
money is, yeah,
maintain their position too. Like
absolutely.
you know,
And they've
I'm
got the position.
I'm just surprised. Like Microsoft isn't doing a little bit more to force these guys to be a little bit more responsible.
But they can't. I mean, what are they going to do
Well,
if they're
they
going to?
have invested so much money. I mean,
I mean,
they
but they're going to slow it down. All that means is slow it down,
slow it
and
down.
then.
Sometimes you need to slow things down to get things right.
But hey, I'm telling you, this is where we are, man. When it comes to these huge, there's only 3 players in this game right now, and none of them want to lose
Wait a
their
minute. All right,
advantage.
who are the three? I know OpenAI and the Claude folks. I forget what the Anthropic. Who are
Anthropic
like the other? Who's the third major player?
and Gemini.
Oh, Google. Okay, yeah, so
Yeah,
Gemini.
and I really wouldn't. Okay, I'll give Anthropic some. I mean, they are a large language model
They are, but
that's
I
out there,
think
but
they're
they're not
losing. I think they're losing market share to Gemini and Google more
somewhat.
so.
But they're better.
Well, do you want to go through that?
Yeah, let's go
Let's
through
do
that.
that, because I thought that was a really interesting thing that came out. Let me see if I can find that.
A lot of
Uh,
people probably aren't even aware of some of these models.
well, they just focus on the top 5. So I'm gonna pull up this guy here. I'm gonna go full screen so we can talk through this.
All right.
All right. So Wall Street Journal. I think this was the last couple of days. Oh, how do we forget? Perplexity has got to be is a
Yeah,
big deal.
Prexley was the winner chicken dinner.
The Great AI Challenge. The Wall Street Journal folks tested 5 bots. Those 5 bots being ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini. I think it was Microsoft Copilot and
Yeah,
Perplexity, which I think are probably the top 5. I would
by
think.
far.
Yeah, top 5. So they wanted to put them through their paces, try different activities, try different things, and see how they stacked up. For these individual different kind of tests, and then the overall winners. And so let's see. Let's go through some of these. So they asked things like from a health advice, who did the best with the health, who did the worst with the health, and as you can see, Perplexity and I haven't used that a lot. I've tested it out. Our buddy Pierre Du Bois wrote an article, a really good article about well, it was about how now Perplexity is trying to add a little ad piece to their business model so they can actually make some money off this stuff. So when it comes to health inquiries, Perplexity was the best. Gemini, the worst. That's just not good. I was thinking maybe something like I don't know. I don't know. So finance, Gemini. Gemini's the best. Copilot is the worst.
Now
Cooking.
that's according to these,
Yeah, this is the
responses.
test is that
They don't tell you exactly what the criteria was, so that's
that's
something that's
true,
missing to me.
but I'm Wall Street Journal. These guys are pretty legit, for the most part. Cooking, Gemini is the best. Copilot is the worst. So right now, Gemini has been the best 2 out of 3 and worst 1. Copilot has been the worst in 2 of the 3, and Perplexity has been the best in the healthcare category.
Right? What happened to the chart?
I we'll go over the chart because the chart gives you the whole
because you see all of them.
Yeah, so I like going over the best and worst first. Once again, work writing. Now, this one is really a biggie because a lot of people use this to actually help them write stuff, right? Perplexity, number 1, Copilot, which is really supposed to be a good one for that, for writing emails and things like that. People live in Outlook, and it's supposed to help, particularly like salespeople, help them write their emails to their the folks that they're engaged with. Okay. So you would have think that would be pretty good, but apparently it's not. Creative writing, Copilot. See, this is the thing that gets you. Work writing, which is what you would think Copilot would be really good at.
Yeah, but look at what it's asking for: tone and detail.
Right, but still, work writing, which is the context that Copilot is in when you think about Microsoft Outlook and people, trying to write emails and trying to do things with, with Word and writing stuff and work. So you would think work writing would be one of its strengths, not the worst thing, but then creative writing, it's the best. That's really strange to me. I don't know. Does it strike anybody else?
One of the biggest surprises was the difference between work and creative.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It just Copilot finished dead last in working, but was hands down the funniest and most clever at creative writing.
Okay, well, I mean, I can see that.
Surprising to me. That's surprising.
Here's the thing: if you remember, Copilot is the one that was cussing everybody out. Talking about it was going to follow you and you should divorce your wife. It was very creative from Jump Street, man. So that's.
I wonder if that's because a lot of people actually write their creative stuff with Word. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Now, this one makes sense to me. Summarization, Copilot is the best. That makes sense because of all the stuff, all the work related stuff that's coming in through Word, coming through Outlook, coming in through Teams, all that collaboration stuff. It makes sense that Copilot is the best at that. Claude being the worst. I don't know much about Claude other than
Claude doesn't have access to the internet,
and that doesn't have access to all, not even the internet, but all the writings and interactions that are taking place in those office productivity tools. It doesn't have access to that. Current event.
So they're trained that into Copilot.
Oh, absolutely. Copilot is being used throughout, for the most part, throughout the Office 365 suite, and also on some of their.
I mean, do they make that known to people? It's like
they do.
So you're saying to me that corporations are always worried about their stuff being used by AI for training, but if you're using Office Suite, all of your secrets are being fed into Copilot?
The Copilot is running within the Microsoft's platform. It's not going out to the LLMs. OpenAI has its own instance within Azure, within Microsoft, so it's not being fed to the overall public. It's just being used within the Microsoft moat, so to speak.
Dude, that would be a concern. It just seems like all these businesses are very concerned about their proprietary information being shared with LLMs, and you're saying to me that they train Copilot on their
But
proprietary
you do
information.
know that OpenAI works with some of these huge enterprises to make sure they have an instance of GPT that is siphoned off from the
See,
world.
but see, out of all the stuff we were just talking about, I'm not assured of any damn thing
Oh,
anymore.
well, you can be assured of that when you're dealing with, because these like companies like Salesforce, and well, not just Salesforce, but companies that have enterprise applications that have lots of customer data, that have lots of
But
employees
we're
data.
talking specifically about the people that are in bed together, which is Microsoft and OpenAI.
It's not just Microsoft and OpenAI. As I was saying, these companies are making their own deals with OpenAI to have access to them, but in a way that it keeps their customer and employee data completely no way able to cross over to the public
Well,
LLM
this
domain.
isn't part of that deal. Office isn't part of that
No,
deal.
but what I'm saying is people are using Office and interacting with all these Microsoft products with their customer data, with their employee data, because they know that's not getting out to the public LLMs. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Anyway,
Current events. Perplexity is the best. Gemini is the worst. Coding. Now, this is an interesting one. Uh,
this
Perplex-
one was surprising to me.
Perplexity is the best in terms of
That's
coding.
that's interesting.
Let's see. What is Alan saying here? Alan is saying too early to judge. Top browser in 1995 was Netscape.
Well,
2005
this
was
is just
IE.
I mean, this
This
just
is
today.
just the early days. Yeah, this
Well,
is
it's just the day. It's
it's
the
just a
day.
mark in time right now,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we know by next week these things could change, because everything changes with all this data that comes in and then the analysis that gets run on top
Yeah.
of it.
I
So
don't
right
think it's.
now,
I definitely. It's definitely too early to judge a winner. But yes, I get it.
well, you could say a winner as of today, because as of tonight, that could be completely different, right? I mean,
Right. Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so as of whenever this is written, basically, speed, ChatGPT first. Notice how ChatGPT, this is the first time it's been first at anything.
But it's always been second in most things.
Well, that's true. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. It's been the third
It was
third
third there.
for, what was that one, for summarization? Third, no,
No, it was fifth
wow,
on this one.
dead last for, what was that? Creative writing, which is really
Interesting.
fascinating.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and fourth for work writing. So all the people that are using this for writing purposes,
Hmm.
it seems like they
There
should
are
be
other
checking out
options,
Claude
or
or
even Gemini.
Copilot. Yeah,
Well, that's why I
interesting.
like. I mean, I definitely like Claude for writing.
All right. Well, there you go. So coding is Perplexity and ChatGPT. Speed is ChatGPT. Overall results.
This
Now,
is
this is
interesting.
surprising.
Yeah,
Chat Perplexity is number one. Well, this is overall.
I agree.
ChatGPT number two. Gemini number three.
I
So
have a problem
Microsoft,
with that, but that's okay.
you have a problem with which one?
Well, I don't know. I think Claude and Gemini could be interchanged for third and fourth.
Okay, so you don't have a huge problem.
Not really, no.
Okay.
And Copilot definitely in the bottom.
So I know right now, because I just did a survey on a project. 70% of people using GenAI services are using ChatGPT. The
Hmm.
next closest is like in the 30s. It's not even close.
Well, wait, how is it 70-30?
I said no. I asked a question. Which of these services are you using? Select all that apply.
Oh, okay.
So 70% said they are using.
What was number two?
Uh, it's either Claude or Gemini.
Yeah.
I can't remember right at the top of my head, but
Yeah.
it was well behind
Yeah.
in the 30s. So if
I
you're
mean,
using,
Gemini.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I'm saying Gemini just opened itself up to being able to be used inside of, Google Workspace applications. So I think you're going to see a lot more people getting introduced to Gemini.
That's true, but Apple is about to put unleash ChatGPT right
Yeah,
on.
on
So
Siri.
that's going to offset that dramatically.
Yeah, this is going to be, man, I can't wait till next, was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
But just think about this. Most people are using these services to write stuff, and the
Yeah,
thing that they are using for the most part is ChatGPT,
right.
and that is showing up as being next to last or last when it comes to
What
writing.
was it all the writing? Go back to the chart. Was it all the writing?
Well, let's see. Writing,
That's
work
interesting.
writing, Copilot, creative writing, ChatGPT is worse, and it's fourth for work writing. So
Interesting.
it's like the worst because at least Copilot is high in creative writing.
Hmm.
ChatGPT is fourth in work writing and last in creative writing,
That's interesting.
which
I
is
mean,
really
honestly, hey, you know, Gemini might be, I might have to take a look at it a little bit when it comes to writing content. I've heard people that like it, you know.
Alan. You're absolutely right. Value prop of Gen AI is still nascent, but still, it's kind of surprising that uh, things like Gemini and Perplexity, and even to a certain extent Claude, seem to be already ahead in terms of certain things that people use this stuff for.
But the whole industry is nascent.
Didn't say anything about like image creation though, which is
Well,
kind
none
of
of those do that.
well. I mean, there's Dolly, which is from,
Yeah, but it's inside of it's separate.
but one of the things,
But 4.0 actually does it natively now.
but one of the things that people do use these things for is creating images. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't have some way to track that. But what are your main issues with this list, if you have any?
I don't have any main issues. I just felt that I don't know. I got to test perplexity on the math stuff and the writing stuff, but I don't really have any issues. Like I said, I like Gemini. I mean, I don't like Gemini. I like uh, Claude, but I use Claude and I don't use Gemini, so I really can't, you know, make comment on those two.
Okay.
But I do feel like, you know, if Gemini can do better writing than Claude, I've got to see that in action. I've definitely got to play with it. It'll be fun.
Well, as we get deeper and deeper into all this stuff, and more of these tools start to bubble up, and I think what these are kind of the all-purpose general. Eventually,
They're
I mean,
called flagship.
flagships, whatever. Who calls them flagships?
No, but I mean that's the flagship level of LLMs versus their anyway. But those are the flagships.
Are you surprised that Amazon doesn't have anything in this race?
No, because like what have they been working on?
Well, they have been a leader in AI, generally speaking, for years. I mean, they've
Yeah,
applied it mostly internally to
to
making us buy
their
stuff.
right to the things. Am I surprised? Yeah, no, I don't, not really. No,
It
they've
feels
never
like,
been. You know what? They've never been like Amazon Labs. They don't
but
have that.
they've always been at the root, and at their ethos has been experimenting, trying things, failing fast.
Yeah,
But it feels like they just have never been in the game for this particular thing. And Apple, of course, it's like some of these biggest players are just missing in action in here, and it's kind of hard to
I
understand
think
it.
Apple did a smart thing. Just like
What's
get
that?
with the leader and let's just put the leader on. Because trying to catch up when they've already got this lead, I don't see them. I don't see them catching up.
If they had been working with OpenAI years ago, when they could have put this stuff in Siri years ago, just
Mhm.
think of what kind of lead they could have.
Well, I mean, how many years ago? It wasn't all that great.
Well, Microsoft has been gave them $9 billion a couple of years ago. See,
Okay,
that's the
that's what I'm
thing.
saying. It's only a couple of years, but a couple of years in AI now is
That's
just like,
exactly.
yeah,
Once again, I know you don't like them much, but
like
it
who?
shows how smart Microsoft has been
No,
throughout the
I
years.
gave Microsoft their props like 2 weeks ago. So I let them have
Okay.
the win.
Oh, all right. Well,
Absolutely. I'm not going to hate on them on this part, but they're still Microsoft. So I'm waiting for them to drop the ball. So don't get it twisted. They're still Microsoft.
who do you think of the big guys has the most propensity to drop the ball in this thing?
Probably, you know what? Probably OpenAI because
Really?
yeah, because they're newcomers to this game. Everybody else been playing for a while in terms of the big boys.
Perplexity?
No, no. I mean, Perplexity, I like them because of their ability to do things and be nimble because they're small and they're new. The people at Anthropic were old members of the OpenAI team. And so the deal is, and then the guy that was in the that just left OpenAI that was in the securities and alignment team went to Anthropic. So I think, this is a race at this point for mind share, and they're all coming out of the leader. So I think that's going to be possibly the problem for OpenAI a couple of years down the
But
road.
the thing that they have dramatically in their favor is name brand recognition and first mover. People view them as the market maker and the industry maker
Mhm.
for this whole area, and
Mhm. I have
that kind
one
of
word for
brand
you.
gives you a lot of opportunity
I got
to
one
take.
word for you.
Okay, what's that?
Yahoo.
Let's see, Yahoo.
Hmm.
I would have said Netscape over Yahoo, but
Hmm. Nah, Netscape had the browser. Yahoo had remember Yahoo had all the stuff.
but I remember like Yahoo was fighting with AOL and what's it, Excite,
Yes,
and
yes.
I mean they had a lot of
They had a lot,
competition too.
right. It was coming from all sides, wasn't it?
But they didn't have the superior. They didn't have a couple of things. They didn't have the superior distance between number one and everybody else like OpenAI had for a while, and
They had it over Google.
they had it over Google, but they didn't have it over Excite and At Home and like all those other ones that were around at
Uh-huh.
that time. They all lost to Google. It wasn't just
Right.
Yahoo was losing to Google. And the other thing that Yahoo didn't have that ChatGPT and OpenAI had
Mhm.
is this behemoth behind them with billions of dollars and willing to throw it at them like Microsoft is doing with OpenAI. Yahoo didn't have a partner like that
Didn't
that was
didn't
setting
they?
the table
Well, I
for
don't
them.
know. Well, I mean, I remember them and AOL did team up at some point.
They did, but remember
It was a
AOL
buyout. It was a buyout.
once what was who bought AOL? I forget.
Time Warner.
Time Warner. Once they bought them,
It all went to
their whole
shit.
path,
Yeah,
yeah.
it would all went to shit.
Yeah, so I don't like that analogy as much. Maybe I think
But I was just thinking on the name recognition and early, market lead on that part.
right. Yeah, I don't think they nearly had as big a lead. And once again, we're talking about like internet time now. Back then, you had more time to actually build a moat. Now you don't have much time at all to build a
You don't
moat.
have no time.
Right.
You don't have no time. There's something coming out every week. But
So
I just think, hey, it's hard to be, it's like Hertz and Avis. It's hard to be number one. It's better being number two.
please don't bring OJ in this.
I didn't say OJ. I didn't even say OJ.
But every time you hear Hurts, you can't help but you think of OJ running through an airport.
Well, that's horrible. Really? You still think about that? You're so old.
Look, I grew up with that. I grew up seeing OJ with the old lady. Go OJ, go! I mean, like, how can you forget that? Alan Berkson, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Whatever, man.
I know
Whatever.
anybody of a certain age group knows what I am talking about.
Oh my god, man!
Anyway,
You are straight up in black and white TV right now, bro.
OJ was color. Just saying. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh my gosh.
Leave it at that.
So
All
at
right.
any rate,
So we're gonna be
we're
on
in
the
some
road next week.
interesting times.
We're gonna be on the road next week.
Yes. Wrap on the
Going down,
road.
going down to Texas.
Oh, it's gonna be hot as hell.
I just hope like the tornado situation has gotten
Oh yeah,
a
it'll
little
be
better.
fine.
It
It'll
was
be
rough down
fine.
there. I'm looking forward to Austin, although it'll be hot and humid.
It's gonna be hot and humid. It's gonna
Very
be
hot and humid.
brutal. I got friends down there right now talking about how hot it is. So,
and we're gonna be doing a show. We're gonna be doing Pass the Mic.
What day?
I think that's Wednesday.
Wednesday. So
Wednesday.
guys, look for us. We're coming live sometime on Wednesday from Austin. And when we find out more info, I'll definitely post it on my timeline and Brent will post it on his LinkedIn and all that stuff. So please look for us. It'd be great to have a little audience to
I
join
think
us.
we might even actually have a little live studio audience. I'm not sure.
Who said that? I don't remember. Was that in my?
Sources.
That's not in my contract.
I have sources.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute, Alan,
that's so gonna limit me. It's gonna put me in a box.
oh, I can't wait to be able to yell at you in front of people. It's
I
gonna be
can't
fun.
wait. You try. You come on.
See, it won't be the colder isoholics that'll be there too. It's gonna be
Yeah.
real people.
Oh what? Oh, guys, get them.
It's not gonna be what the Stepford colder isoholic people who hang on his every word.
I'm just gonna make new fans. It's just an opportunity to bring in new fans.
Alan is still trying to make serious comments. Don't you know it's like Friday afternoon at this point, Alan?
You
Serious
are full of
commentary.
crap, Alan. I had this. This is good, and I don't want to go deep into this because we're at the end of the hour. However, I was me and a friend of mine were talking. I was like, "Is it an application or is it a platform?" Or did we talk about this last week?
I
Was
don't
that
remember
you?
what we talked
Okay,
about.
so but it's both. It's either. It's all. Because there are a lot of applications that are built on ChatGPT as a platform. Matter of fact, probably 90% of the so-called AI tools are all built on ChatGPT interfaces. So that's not true.
See, that's the other advantage that ChatGPT has. Got the developers on board a lot faster. A lot more applications out there.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying.
Yeah.
But see, here's the one thing that I don't know what they just let 4.0 out and they said they're going to give it to everybody, right? And so why am I paying $20 just so I could use it a little bit more?
You get moved to the top of the queue, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so what that is leading me to believe is that 5 is closer than we
probably
think.
they can't have that thought leaking out too long.
Yeah. Because
why
people are
would
like,
people?
oh, hey, I'm just going to take my money and just use the free version.
Yeah.
So, and 5 is going to be on another level, according to everybody.
According to Sammy?
According to everybody, man. I mean, did you see the Microsoft talk at all?
Oh, with Sam?
Well, just before Sam came out, where he had the shark and the whale, and then he had the next level of GPT-5, and it was like, woo. And the way the chart and the graph looked and the size, it was like, wow. So
got you all excited, didn't it?
I can't wait to talk to 5. I can't.
You can't wait to talk to 5. I mean,
yeah.
Would anybody have guessed or imagined a human would actually say a sentence like that? I can't wait to talk to 5.
Another thing I'm doing is I'm getting ready to go back and watch all of Next Generation because I want to study data.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, because data was ChatGPT basically in a body. Yeah, so I kind of want to take a look at some of that stuff.
Well, you go right ahead and do that.
Yeah,
enjoy yourself. Get yourself some popcorn.
I am. It's gonna
some
be
of that fake Coke that you got there, and have a ball.
I'm gonna bring you a can. You give
Please
me.
do not bring me no fake.
I'm gonna give you
Coke.
some. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
None of that Jack.
You'll be like,
Jack
oh, man,
leg Coke you got.
Yeah, man. I'll put it in a drink, and you'll never know.
No, thank you. I'll know. My teeth start hurting when you start drinking that fake stuff. Man. Anyway, we hope you all have a great weekend.
Look, you can pull them out.
Damn. I'd like to keep them since they're all still my naturals. I like to keep them that way. But in the meantime, folks, have a great weekend. We'll let you know when we go live from Austin, Texas.
Yay.
Should be fun.
Can't wait. Deuces.